Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, and good morning. I really love that video. We played it for the first time at the Developers Conference in June, and I wanted to open with it this morning because I think it does such an incredible job of talking about our values. It reflects the unique way that Apple creates what we believe are the very best products in the world. You're going to see some amazing products this morning that could only have been developed in that unique way. We are really excited to show them to you, but before we dive right in, I've got a few updates beginning with iPhone. By the end of the launch weekend, we had sold 9 million iPhones, making it the biggest iPhone launch ever. We prepared a brief video for you this morning to share that excitement with you, and I'd love to run it for you. I know I can speak for everyone in Apple that when we see customer response like this, it makes all the hard work worthwhile. Now, our competition is different. They're confused. They chased after netbooks. Now they're trying to make PCs into tablets and tablets into PCs. Who knows what they will do next? Well, I can't answer that question, but what I can tell you is we have a very clear direction and a very ambitious goal. We still believe deeply in this category, and we're not slowing down on our innovation. We've been really hard at work on the Mac, and we've got some exciting new products to share with you this morning. To start things off, we'd like to start with OS X, and to do so, I'd like to invite Craig Federighi to the stage. Craig?
Thank you, Tim. Well, good morning. Well, let's talk about OS X. But today, we're going to revolutionize pricing. because the days of spending hundreds of dollars to get the most out of your computer are gone. Today, we announce a new era for the Mac, because today we're announcing that Mavericks is free. Free is good. So we're doing free in not a small way. Whether you have our latest release Mountain Lion, or even if you never upgraded and you're still running Lion, or if you're a complete laggard and you're still back on Snow Leopard, in a single step update, you can get to Mavericks. And we wanted this to run on as many Macs as possible. So whether you have a Mac Mini introduced in 2009 or even an iMac introduced way back in 2007, you're entitled to Mavericks. And again, it's available for free. And the best part, it's available today. Go out and get it. Thank you very much. I'd like to hand it over now to Phil to tell you a little bit about the MacBook. Thanks.
Thank you, Craig. Well, good morning, everyone. I have the great pleasure to talk to you about MacBook. The greatest laptop ever made. Or this, mind blown. Imagine it. It is safe to say that the MacBook Air may be the best reviewed Mac we have ever made. And today we're happy to now turn our attention to MacBook Pro. As you know, the MacBook Pro is the first personal computer with a Retina display. A display with the pixels so small that at a normal working distance, your eye can't discern them, and the images are gorgeous. And now we've brought out both a 13-inch and a 15-inch Retina display MacBook Pro. And both are having major updates today. First, let's start with the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It is an incredible machine. And now it is even lighter, under 3.5 pounds, just 3.46 pounds. And the new 13-inch MacBook Pro is thinner as well, just 0.71 inches thin. Beautiful and thin and light, and it's incredibly fast too. The new 13-inch MacBook Pro is powered by an Intel Haswell chip. This is a 4th generation dual-core chip. And that chip includes Intel Iris graphics, iterated graphics that are even faster. In fact, they're up to 90% faster than the previous generation. So faster performance, faster graphics, and it gets better battery life, too. Now up to 9 hours of battery life for all the things you love to do. Reading your mail, surfing the web, doing productivity, and even watching movies that you've downloaded from iTunes. So if you're a fan of The Black Knight, as I am, you can watch the entire trilogy on one charge. Yes. Sure. The previous generation 13-inch MacBook Pro started at $1499. We're really happy to tell you today that this new 13-inch MacBook Pro starts at just $1299. That's for a configuration with a 13-inch Retina display, 2.4 gigahertz dual-core i5, 4 gigs of memory, Iris graphics, and 128 gigabyte of storage. And best of all, it starts shipping today. Next. Yep. Thank you. Next, let's talk about the 15-inch MacBook Pro. This all-new generation MacBook Pro is powered by an Intel Crystalwell chip. This is a 4th generation quad-core processor. It includes Iris Pro graphics. Now, this is integrated graphics that for many tasks deliver the same performance as discrete graphics, but it does it at a quarter less power. And for those who do want discrete graphics, there are models with the new GeForce GT 750M And this is a graphics part with 2 gigs of video memory, twice as much as before. So again, faster processing, faster graphics, and longer battery life as well, up to 8 hours of battery life. Now, the previous generation 15-inch MacBook Pro started at $2199. I think you can guess what's coming. The new MacBook Pro now starts at just $1999. That's for a configuration with a 15-inch Retina display, 2 gigahertz quad-core i7, 8 gigs of memory, Iris Pro graphics, and a 1/4 terabyte of flash storage. And best of all, it's also shipping today. And that's our news for MacBook today. Next, we'd like to tell you about Mac Pro. Somebody was hoping we would. Mac Pro, as you know, we gave a sneak peek at our developer conference this June. And it's not a stretch to say people have been blown away by this incredible new design. So many innovations, like the cooling system that is a single fan. The previous generation had 8 fans in it. Or the innovation of the unified thermal core at its center. It is a computer that packs an incredible amount of power into something that's 1/8 the volume of the previous generation. It's simply remarkable. It is our vision of the future of the Pro desktop. And today we'd like to tell you even more about it. The Mac Pro makes real-time 4K video editing a reality. It's more powerful than I ever imagined, and it will change the way I make movies. The new Mac Pro cuts my editing time exponentially, giving me more time in the field shooting, which is where I need to be. Here's what Stuart had to say about it. The new Mac Pro is blazing fast and shockingly quiet. You have to not hear it to believe it. This is the perfect computer for the recording studio. So the new Mac Pro will cost $2999. And that's for a configuration with a 3.7 gigahertz quad-core Xeon, 12 gigabytes of ultra-fast DRAM, dual FirePro D300s with 2 gigs of video memory each, and a 1/4 terabyte of high-speed SSD. Now, if you know what D300s cost and that high-speed flash, you're actually super impressed with this pricing. It'll be available before the end of the year. And like all of our products, we've created a brief video to give you a peek inside what it's like to create the new Mac Pro.
At Apple, manufacturing and design are inextricably linked. To make a product as advanced as the Mac Pro, we had to pioneer entirely new processes. The end result is a computer unlike any we've ever built. It's pretty amazing to see it all come together.
So that's the new Mac Pro, and that's our news today for Mac hardware, the all-new generation MacBook Pro, and the upcoming Mac Pro. Next, I'd like to turn it over to Eddie Q.
Edit it on your Mac, and even collaborate with a friend who's stuck on a PC. Now, others would have you spend a small fortune every year just to get their apps. But we want to do something bold, something that changes the rules of the game, and you know what's coming. We're taking all of these productivity apps and making them available for free with the purchase of Mac and iOS. And of course, you can download them today.
Thanks, Eddie. I can't wait to hear the new album. Next up, iPad. To celebrate our customers' creativity and genius of using their iPads, we prepared a short video that I'd like to run for you this morning. It's really an amazing video, and each of those scenes has an amazing story behind it. We want to help our customers create even more amazing stories because we know that this is just the beginning for iPad. And so we've been busy working on the next generation of iPad. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to invite Phil back up on stage. Phil?
Thank you, Tim. iPad, thinner, lighter, more powerful than ever before, and incredibly, excitingly new in so many ways that it deserves a new name. We call it iPad Air. And it begins with that beautiful 9.7-inch Retina display. And as you look closer, you see that the bezel around it is smaller than ever, dramatically so. That's bringing the previous generation in next to it. You can see the bezel is 43% thinner than the previous version, making it more comfortable to hold in your hand. When you look at it from the side, you see how amazingly thin it is. Again, let's bring in the previous generation next to it. It's dramatically thinner, just 7.5 millimeters thin. That's 20% thinner across the entire device. Now, to make an iPad this thin took a huge amount of work over years. The team has just been remarkable in finding every tenth and every hundredth of a millimeter from every level of the system, from the bezel to the multi-touch surface to the display and battery and enclosure, shaving every hundredth of a millimeter. And the benefits are not only making it thin, but lighter too. The previous iPad weighed 1.4 pounds. The new iPad Air weighs just 1 pound. That makes it the lightest full-size tablet in the world. The smaller bezel, lighter feel, when you hold it, it will be a dramatically different experience than the previous iPad. Now, what's inside is just as amazing as what's outside. As inside is the brand new Apple A7 chip that we just launched with the iPhone 5S. And it's blown everything away in performance. In fact, Gizmodo wrote, forget the specs, it blows everything away. And it does. It's a 64-bit desktop-class architecture in the palm of your hands. It's an amazing chip with over 1 billion transistors. We have also included the new M7 motion coprocessor as well. Now, this CPU performance is twice the previous generation, and the graphics performance is double as well. We've charted that performance over time. You can see from the original iPad, which started with a very fast chip to begin with, as you may recall, and now we're up to 8 times faster. Half of that performance coming now with iPad Air. And graphics performance, look at this increase, 72 times faster than the original iPad. Again, half of that coming with the new iPad Air. And you're going to feel that across so many of the things you use. The new iPad Air comes in silver and white and space gray and black. And like all of our products, it's made incredibly environmentally friendly. The new iPad Air will replace our top-of-the-line full-size iPad. Start at the same, just $499 for 16 gig Wi-Fi config, and with cellular technology, $629. Now we have an iPad 2. It's available at $399. We're going to keep that there because there are a lot of customers that like getting access to a full-size iPad at just $399. So this is our full-size lineup: iPad 2 at $399, iPad Air at $499. iPad Air will start shipping very shortly, November 1st, in a huge list of countries around the world. You'll notice one country for the first time on our Wave 1 list, China, will get the new iPad Air with Wi-Fi right at the start with the rest of these countries. This is our probably biggest leap forward ever in a full-size iPad. And we have a video to tell you a little bit more about it.
We're often faced with a paradox when we design: to make products smaller and lighter, while at the same time more powerful. The more we reduce a product's physical volume, the more difficult it becomes to increase its power and maintain its battery life. But if we can overcome these challenges, we can make something without compromising. iPad Air is just 7.5 millimeters thin and weighs only 1 pound. We actually started work on this product years ago, designing and engineering the primary technologies that would be necessary to make it. The new A7 chip is incredibly powerful and also very power efficient. Because of this efficiency, the battery could get smaller, yet critically without any loss in battery life. And of course, by reducing the battery size, the product became significantly lighter. We reduced the dimensions of the bezel. With less mass, the iPad Air still retains its structural rigidity. There's a simplicity to it, but there's nothing precious about it. This integrity, this durability, inspires confidence in a product that's meant to be taken places, handled, and really used.
With the iPad, we set out to redefine mobile computing. Up until now, 64-bit architecture was something you'd normally only find in desktop computers. The new, Apple-designed A7 chip brings 64-bit technology, all of its advanced computing and graphics, to this ultra-portable 1-pound device. But even with all of this added processing power, iPad Air still has an impressive 10-hour battery life. iPad Air is the first iOS device to support MIMO, or multiple in, multiple out. It actually delivers twice the data transfer rate as the previous generation. And there's support for more LTE bands than on any other tablet, because with a device this thin and powerful, you'll want to take it anywhere and always stay connected. We've also improved the FaceTime and iSight cameras, adding new processors and sensors, so you get much clearer, sharper images and video.
iOS 7 is essential to the iPad experience. It's at the core of everything you do with iPad Air. And we're now making iMovie, iPhoto, GarageBand, Keynote, Pages, and Numbers available for free. Because we believe that with these amazing apps on this amazing device, the possibilities of what you can create are limitless.
The iPad has always been a tool defined by the ways people actually use it. The iPad Air is so capable and powerful, and yet with its breakthrough size and weight, is the thinnest, lightest, and also the most advanced iPad we've ever built.
So this is the all-new generation iPad Air. Next, let's talk about iPad mini. And the one most requested feature to add to iPad mini is a beautiful Retina display. And that's what we're going to do today. It's a 7.9-inch Retina display. That's 2048 by 1536 pixels, the same number of pixels as an iPad Air, so it runs all the same software. And the new iPad mini with Retina display is also powered by this brand new A7 chip with its 64-bit architecture. This delivers a huge jump in performance for iPad mini, up to 4 times faster at CPU tasks, and up to 8 times faster at graphics tasks. You're going to feel performance across everything you do that's so fast, and still that great all-day 10-hour battery life. And we're going to keep the original iPad mini in the line as well, because as you know, it starts at just $329. But what we're going to do is at the same time lower the price of that iPad mini to just $299. So that is the new iPad mini with its Retina display and the all-new generation iPad Air. Now let me turn it back to Tim.
Thanks, Phil. It's been an incredible period for innovation and new products. Just in the last few weeks, we've had our largest iPhone launch ever, with the colorful iPhone 5C and the forward-thinking iPhone 5S. These are the best smartphones in the market. And we launched iOS 7, the biggest change to iOS since the original iPhone, with its bold new design and great new features. And just today, The new MacBook Pros with stunning Retina displays and incredible battery performance. And the Mac Pro, jaw-dropping, radical. It's the most powerful Mac we've ever shipped and the future of our Pro desktop. And of course, all of our Macs have run with OS X Mavericks, the most advanced desktop operating system. We also announced new versions of iWork and iLife for both OS X and iOS. And we couldn't be prouder of both new iPads. The iPad mini with Retina display and the incredible thin and light iPad Air. We're so excited about the new iPads that we've made a cool new ad that I'd like to run for you now on the iPad Air.
It's an extremely simple tool, but also extremely powerful. It can be used to start a poem or finish a symphony. It has transformed the way we work, learn, create, share. It's used to illustrate things, solve things, and think of new things. It's used by scientists and artists, scholars and students. It's been to classrooms, boardrooms, expeditions, even to space. And we can't wait to see where you'll take it next. Introducing the thinner, lighter, more powerful iPad Air.
These amazing products are great examples of the type of innovation that only Apple could deliver. This is what we mean by designed by Apple in California. Other companies would be incredibly proud to just have one of these products. But we couldn't be more pleased to be able to present all of them to you in time for the holidays. I'd like to thank all of the people at Apple that work so hard in bringing all of these products to life. It's a privilege of a lifetime to work alongside of all of these folks. We have a hands-on area for the press, and I would encourage you to get your hands on these products. They're fabulous. Thank you for joining us.